episode of Cab Logic, where I give my logic reasoning and try to provide some answers and solutions to some of our basic issues and problems that we have out there. So I call it Cab Logic because I'm in my cab. Anyway, today is May 10th, 2022. I wanted to put some information out there to local cities, counties, and even states that are dealing with a homeless epidemic. I have what I call it an ingredient to some of the solution soup out there that many people are providing services, building shelters, case management, all the resources in the world. And yet the problem is increasing. The numbers are multiplying massively, exponentially. So I've been keeping an eye on what Los Angeles and San Jose have been doing. And what they did is they passed a new anti-camping law in their cities. So I pulled some of that verbiage off of their ordinance, and then I sort of created a generalized ordinance that any and every city should pass. And it goes as such. At no time shall any person sit, lie, sleep, store, use, maintain, or place personal property in or upon any street, sidewalk, right-of-way, loading dock, building, over an underpass, or within 500 feet of any school, elderly care facility, or train tracks. Like I said, Los Angeles and San Jose have both unanimously voted this ordinance into their cities' codes, and I think that's a good way to start to sort of plant the seed in the mind of those individuals who are experiencing homelessness, or who are hardcore addicted to substance abuse, or have mental health issues. And this sort of helps push them, if it's enforced, which I believe it should be absolutely enforced to the letter. I'll say it again. I believe every city should enact an anti-camping law, or ordinance rather, that reads, at no time shall any person sit, lie, sleep, store, use, maintain, or place personal property in or upon any street, sidewalk, right-of-way, loading dock, overpass, underpass, or within 500 feet of any school, elderly care facility, or train tracks. Now, just think, if every city not only drafted and implemented such an ordinance and absolutely enforced it to the letter, I believe that's another ingredient to the solution soup that we could add that could help decrease the numbers of homelessness. You know, here's the thing. We are contributing to the problem. We're absolutely contributing to the problem of homelessness. And it's the total lack of accountability, complete disregard of laws, rules, norms, and we keep adding to it. Do you want to know how? The numbers are multiplying because we keep lowering our standards. We keep appeasing the problem. I get it. Everybody's empathetic. I'm empathetic. I'm sympathetic. I work with that special population very intimately. And I have a lot of luck working with them, whether it's bringing down harm reduction to those who are substance abused, or trying to find them a place to either get clean or get housed. But the way I do it is I do it from a point of, one, we're equal human beings, right? General respect. But then I put responsibility on them, and I hold them accountable. And if they don't, meet the standard, or they don't meet what we're trying to work, I turn my back on them. I walk away. It's a waste of my time. That typically causes a sense of self-regret, and they feel bad. Good, because when you feel bad, that can be a hell of a motivator. This is not the way it should be, right? Now let me ask this question. Have any of you ever been in trouble with the law, with your parents, at school? Were you suspended, arrested? What did you happen to do something in your life that got you in trouble, a lot of trouble, and you were facing the consequence? Now, when you were facing those consequences, did the police, did the courts, the probation, your family, did they lower the standards or abolish the law, or did they make it so that it was okay for you to keep doing it? I don't think so. If they did, you would have never learned. And if you did learn, how did you learn? I know I've been in a situation like that, and I was kicked in my face, both literally and figuratively as well. And I got in trouble when I was younger, and I faced a massive consequence. And that was a mountain I didn't think I could ever climb. But I got started. Nobody gave me any breaks, and if anything, they made it more difficult for me. But I knew that wasn't where my life was supposed to be. So that's what I'm saying. Like, for example, last weekend we had another overdose in the park in my community, and we had another fire in the same park, or the homeless camp in my community. And it's starting to become really dangerous for those who use the park, or those who live around the park, all the residents, right? If my city implemented such a camping ordinance, and I'll say it again, which stated, at no time shall any person sit, sleep, lie, store, use, maintain, or place personal property in or upon any street, sidewalk, loading dock, right-of-way, overpass, underpass, or within 500 feet of any school, elderly care facility, or train tracks. And that should be absolutely enforced to the letter. It needs to be made more difficult. It really does. And it's not out of a place of being unkind or cruel or unusual. It's a place of, you shouldn't be there. You know what I mean? You shouldn't be there. Now, I can't want something that other people don't want, right? So you've got a population that does not want to be a part of society. They absolutely want to keep living in Pleasure Island, which I call our homeless camp Pleasure Island, because anything goes, right? And all it's doing is adding more numbers. It's adding more people. It's increasing tenfold in the amount of people who choose to become homeless. Really what it is they are just completely addicted to drugs, and they're able to operate and do drugs and deal and do whatever they want to do without any consequence whatsoever. Would that be okay for me to do? No. Would that be okay for you to do? No. Not at all. Nobody would tolerate that. Nobody would put up with that. Why are they doing that now? Why are we doing that now? I truly believe if every city implemented their own anti-camping ordinance, such as what I just read, that would be a huge impact and huge tool to use to get people to stop doing what they're doing, or go somewhere else and do it. But don't do it here in our parks. Don't do it here in town. It's not acceptable. It isn't acceptable. I would hold everyone to that standard. I hope you would too. So that's my little episode of Cap Logic. I hope everyone agrees with it. And if you agree with it, bring it to your own city council. Bring it to your own city manager. Garnish or gather enough people, voices, and individuals to help support that, and push that through and get it implemented and enforce it. Enforce that, because it's not right. You know it's not right. You wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. Why is it okay for others to do it? And when people see that it's okay to do it, it's just going to make others who are already at that level in life or station, and they're just going to gravitate over there to Pleasure Island. What does that call it? Like Pinocchio, right? Pleasure Island. Anything goes. You could smash, break, drink, drugs, fire, rape, whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do, it's okay. It's okay. There's no consequence. Well, it's not okay. It's not okay. I think it's time that we say it's not okay. And enough is enough. I'm Jamie Medina, and this is another episode of Cap Logic. Have a good day, everyone.